Welcome to Purpose, Plans, and Profits. I'm your girl, Ms. Robin Wiggins, and here we are on the road to living financially independent, retiring comfortably, and earnestly building to leave a legacy for our future. Now, if that's something that interests you, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, go ahead and click that like button, and you might as well click them notifications because you're gonna like what you say, okay? Let's go. So today, y'all, I'm going to talk a little bit about what my budget is looking like, what August is looking like, what is the plan I have for August, and where I am on my debt-free journey as far as the credit cards that I'm paying off, okay? So what I want to do, I want to just kind of give you a little whiteboard, give you a whole lot of my spending planner and seeing where we're going to go. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to turn this camera around and let's talk about it. All right, let's go. All right, y'all. So I have my spending planner here. And of course, we're going to talk about what the month of August is looking like for me. All right. So for those of you who have not started on your budget, you behind, you're late. I'm just letting you know that I'm going to need you to get on it. I ain't going to be nice about it. Not even going to be nice about it. You're late. All right. So what I normally do, I go ahead and I write out my monthly spread, of course, as you know. All right. Then I break down my monthly spread by the week. All right. So I do it normally from Thursday to Wednesday. But of course, I had a couple extra days left over from the last month, from the last check. So I like to keep the month within the month. All right. So that's why I put it just like that. And this is the bills that I do. Now, I told y'all I was going to get rid of some things and, cut back on some expenses because I have some added expenses. Remember I said that my monthly expenses changed because my dad now needs nursing care services. So my sister and I are like paying for those monthly care services. I'm not going to put it on August just yet until we get a feel of how the weekly expenses is going to go. So come September, you're going to actually see, you're actually going to see that as a bill on my weekly expense report. All right. So this is the next week. Of course, I go from the 10th to the 16th on this particular week. And this is the 10th and the 16th. This is anticipated income. I normally put what I actually received in this box here. This is my expenses. These are my debts. I don't have any cash envelopes for right now for this month. I'm not going to do cash envelopes. I'm going to see where I want to go with these cash envelopes coming in September. And I'm going to show you why. Okay. And then, of course, my weekly spending log. And here is the 17th through the 23rd right here. 17th through the 23rd, and things that I have to pay, and also things that I have canceled. Okay. Right here, I canceled this too. Okay. I canceled that too. Again, like I said, the mortgage for this month is already paid because it was still sitting on automatic when it shouldn't have been. Okay. And then of course the last week, just the same way I do with coming in, I do it with coming out. So I just went on and just, took this last week all the way to the last day. And that's what I have for this particular month. Okay. So where we are right now is I guess we're still technically on week 1. I'm just like reviewing week 1 and then I'll figure out kind of where I want to go for week 2. So for week 1, I only really had $16 in expenses for this particular month. I had Klarna. Y'all, it's an addiction. I don't even know what to say at this point. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. So I paid my Klarna. I do have a balance on my Klarna. We'll work on that later. I also paid on credit card number 2 and credit card number 4. This is my X2 FG. And let's kind of talk about this for a second here. So with these two cards, credit card number 2 was originally the one I was working on. Remember last month or last week, I don't know what time it was, when it was, I said that the balance was $20,000 and then I kind of went down from the $20,000. Y'all remember that? So what I am doing, which I have it down to $20,000 here, but let me show you where we got started in the start of August on credit card number 2. All right. So when I finished with July, I completely took the card out, put it in the drawer, stopped using it. Okay. Stop using it. So with that, the ending balance for that particular card was, let me pull this up. The ending balance for that particular card was actually I'm gonna put it here, $21,671.42. That was the ending balance for that particular card. Okay. All right. So with this balance on this particular card, I used a little bit of my rewards to pay off one of my balances, because I really didn't want to use that card for that. And I said, you know what, this particular month, I'm actually going to get it for free, because that's what your rewards for. Your rewards is to use it for things that you really want to get for free. And that particular thing was $115.29. Okay. So that was put towards the card, giving me a balance of $21,556 and it was like 13 cents. Okay. So with this is where I paid the $15.56 to equal it out to 20,000 even, right? Y'all told y'all how my, the ADD and the OCD be working. Okay. I like whole round numbers to make them look good. Okay. That's what I like. Okay. So with this balance here, of course, I had interest come on to the card for the month. The interest was $308. This is just interest, y'all. We not even gonna talk about this. That was added on to the card, bringing my balance to $2308.87. Okay. Then I had some residuals from the last month. All right. Even though I put the card to the side, I still had a couple of residuals that was sitting on there that needed to come off because my daughter got into a car accident. The rental car expense came off of there. A business course that I had, the second half of the business course come off of there. So it was some extra expenses that needed to come off of there that I did not account for. Okay. So now those expenses was $365.92, bringing me a balance of $2674.79. This is where we are right now in this particular month. Okay. Nothing else is coming off the card, on the card. I think I am going to leave my current expenses on there just so that I can keep everything in one place while I am paying off this credit card number 4, my X. This is X2. Okay, this is here. Now, this one gave me about 25,000 points. You had to spend a certain amount. If you spend 3,000, you get the extra points. So that's what I was doing. All right. Now that that's done, guess what? Card is out. It's back in the drawer. It's not doing a thing right now. So the starting balance on this particular card was actually at the end of the month. Okay, this is the end of the billing cycle. All right. We are at 40. Let me pull this over so y'all can see this here. At the end of the billing cycle, we were at $49.38 and 53 cents. Okay. That was at the end of this particular billing cycle. Now, just like with this right here, I had something that I put it on there and I'm like, well, I really don't want to actually pay for it. I want to get this part for free. Okay. So I use my rewards to pay for this particular expense, which was $178.40. I didn't want to use all of my rewards, but I did want to actually get this particular thing for free. All right. So that left me a balance of $47.60 and 13 cents. Okay. So with that right here, I made a payment. Y'all, that's wrong. Yeah. No. Hold on. This is wrong. It's actually $12.60. All right, from this 47, I made a payment of $1260.13. So the balance right now for this card is 30. Ooh, that's ugly. Look how ugly that. Why is that so ugly? Who in the world, y'all? Who in the world is writing this stuff out? The balance for this card right now is $3,500. Now, the statement date for this card is the 23rd. So my goal for this card is to be at a zero balance by the time we get to the 23rd. So this card will be done. All right. Expenses will still be coming off of this card, but expenses only. And I don't even mean expenses, y'all. I actually mean bills, not even expenses. Bills is coming off this card over here. My expenses, things that I want to do like gas and food or whatever, I'm just going to use my debit card for that. That's because like I said, just like I said the other day, sometimes you have to make that choice. You know, is it the choice to get the points? Now, I've gotten the points that I really want to get. I have points over here. So to not make this so excruciating over here, I'm not putting gas and food and eat out and all that stuff. I'm not using that for none of these cards. That is just going to be from the debit card, cash, things like that. That's all I'm doing. So by the end of this month, my goal, by the 23rd of this month, my goal is to have it paid. So in walking in faith, hold on, let me, hold on, y'all, let me get this. In walking in faith, where is that, y'all? This the 23rd. Okay. This is the last day of the month. I already put 0. It's going to be 0. This is the last week, 0. Nothing else is on this balance. But really, this is the last. This is the last. So when I make this payment, this going to be 0 right here on this last day. So between that and that, because sometimes I get paid a day early. You know, sometimes, you know, some of you might get paid on Friday, but you get paid on Thursday. Sometimes I get paid on Thursday. Sometimes I get paid on Wednesdays. So if I get paid on a Wednesday, then it's going to be a 0. Okay? 0 by the 23rd. That's the end. Okay? So by the time, and I say statement, I know some of y'all like, but when is it due? It ain't really due until, it's not really due until September because I just made this payment here. Like I said, once you make a payment, it X's it out. So really, the balance is not due until September. But my statement, this is the day. By the 24th is when it's going to report on your credit report. Anything that happens by this day is what will be on the credit report. Okay? So that's why I say this day is important. I need y'all to remember this while you're going through this debt-free journey, velocity banking, paying off debt. You got to think about your credit. What's important? What do you have in mind? What do you want to do a year from now? Is it your goal to get a personal line of credit? Is it your goal to buy a house? Is it your goal to get a new car? Is it your goal? What is your goal? Because at the end of the day, you still have to think about how is this going to impact your credit. You need it to have a positive impact on your credit score. Therefore, you have to pay or make the most impact by the statement date. Yes, you may pay. The bill is due on the 20th. So you may pay $100 on the bill, but by your statement date, which with this bank is 3 days later, if I want to put an extra $1,000 on it by that statement date, they're gonna count that and knock that off my credit report, which is then in turn is going to increase my credit score. Okay, so that's where we are with this. So this is going to be paid by the end of this month. Then once this get paid, I am no longer putting expenses on this card. All of my bills and all of my expenses will come off this card and we will only be paying this down. Only thing I will put on here is my mortgage, because it's a really big expense, and it's really, I mean, that money can really help knock down my interest rate, but I can pay my mortgage with a debit card. So it works out for me. All right. So this is what I'm looking like. This is where we are. This is what my bills look like for the month. Okay. We coming in. So by September, I haven't even filled it in yet, but by September, we should have this at 0. And this is going to be the one we're going to start paying down. And my goal is to have this one here. I say to have this paid down. I'm going to say by June of next year is my goal to have this done. Okay. By June of next year to have this done. So y'all, we got some work to do. We're going to work this out. We're going to do a few things to make sure that, you know, I stay on track, keep my credit score and stay on track. If you have any questions, if you want to know, you know, how I'm doing this, what is my mind thinking? And of course, this is just doing bare bones. Okay. This is bare bones. I could pay this off a whole lot quicker if I just add an extra $1,000 a month to my income. Just adding an extra $500 to $1,000 a month to my income every single month will help pay all of this down so much faster. So as the month goes on, you're going to start to see that extra $1,000 kicking in over here, and you're going to see how much faster that it is going to help to pay all this off. I thank y'all so much for joining me on this journey, understanding where I'm coming from, seeing the real from a real person and real numbers, and how it really is working out here in these very real streets. Okay. And just, you know, I love the support. The comments that y'all put down is absolutely amazing. I want to start doing more of a live class. I would love to talk to y'all live. I may do live on TikTok, you know, just because. So I don't know. Just see, you know, put your opinions down there, put your questions, comments, anything you'd like to know, let me know. And yeah, so let's go ahead and turn this camera back around and let's talk about it. All right, y'all, let's go. All right, y'all. So yeah, you can see like where's my brain going, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, how I'm living for real, and what's really happening. My expenses for the week literally went all to eat out food. So look like I'm gonna have to actually go grocery shopping. All right, so we're gonna have to work on that. We can talk about that a little bit later, but I just wanted to see and show y'all what my credit card status is, where I'm going, what my thought process is, what I plan to do, and what my goals are. That's the biggest thing that I wanted to show all of you, to make sure and to let you know you are not in this alone. All right, you are not in this alone. Like I said previously, the best decision I ever made was to stop stuffing the envelopes and actually taking that extra income and just repurposing it in a way that serves me. I realize I'm not losing nothing. I am only gaining more of my own money. And it really just, it helps me to really be focused, really be, you know, steadfast and committed to what it is that I want to do. So this gives me a whole new perspective. It actually gives me something else to teach my children as they are grown now and going out into this world and doing other things and coming out of college or going into college. And, you know, when they get into the actual real world where college is finished and now they're working and things, I want them to know this is what you do with your money. All right, this is what you do with your money. This is where you're going. This is what you need to do. All right, so this is just... you know, it's future generation, it's growth for the family, it's growth for you, not only just as far as your finances, but it's also growth with you within you. Okay. So I am super excited. Thank you again for all of you who are vibing with me, who comment with me, who sticking with me, chilling with me, here with me. Y'all absolutely rock, y'all. So as always, be blessed, be easy, be a light in someone's life, y'all, because you never know who might need you. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.